How to fix loose range hood filters. This video shows how to reattach loose filters in a range hood above a cooktop. The glue holding the filter clips loosened after 10 years, probably because of heat and moisture from cooking. This video shows how to clean, clamp, and glue the clips to the support piece using metal epoxy. Many of the steps apply to other types of range hoods. Here's how the filters are attached. The filter is pressing against this part of the clip with a spring, and it's pressing against the right wall between this support frame. To remove the filter, you insert your finger in the finger hole. You press this way against the spring in the end until this end moves past the supports. Then you drop that in and pull the filter out. And to replace the filter, you just push it in the same way. You insert it here, push it back against the spring until you can raise it up here, and then release and let the spring push it in between the two supports. This glue here attached the clip to the support piece, and as I said, it loosened over time, probably due to the heat and the moisture from cooking. Here are the tools you'll need to replace the loose clip. Clamp the clip in the middle and on each end while the glue sets. I had these 3 C-clamps. You could use 3 of the smaller ones. We'll describe later exactly how they're positioned. It would be better to have the type of clamp where this part didn't come straight over, it came down to meet the screw. We'll see later it would be a better type of clamp to use if you happen to have that type of clamp. But this is what I had, so this is what I used. You'll need a small Allen wrench to fit the set screws holding the control knobs on the support piece. You'll need a wrench to loosen the nuts holding the controls to the support piece. You'll use a Phillips screwdriver to loosen the 4 screws holding the support piece to the frame. You'll use steel wool as part of the cleaning process that we'll go over later, and you'll use coarse sandpaper to rough the surfaces up for gluing so the glue will hold better. What I glued it with was metal epoxy slow setting. You don't want fast setting epoxy because it takes a while to align the pieces you're gluing and to figure out how to attach the clamps. And the ruler is just up here to show you the relative sizes of the clamps. The order of the steps is determined by the clearance between the top of the clip and where the fan, parts of the fan are, and this looks like a really low part. I didn't have room to work up here to clean this surface off, so I had to move this part. It turns out you can't remove the part, but you can shift it. This is the support piece, and you can shift it with the right steps. To shift this part, remove 4 screws. Now those screws are sheet metal screws, and they go through the frame, they go through the support piece, and they go into a clip that they thread into on top. So when you remove them, be sure to save those clips. And also, to move this part sideways, you've got to remove the controls. So you use the small Allen wrench to take the knobs off. You use the 1/2-inch wrench to take the nuts off holding the controls to the support piece. You push the shafts up through the support piece until they're above it. Now you can shift this sideways. Now to shift it sideways, there's a lip here. So you have to lift both ends up above this lip and then slide the assembly sideways to get it out from under this fan so you'll have room to work on this edge. I also tipped the left edge up slightly to make it easier to work on the right clip. Now what you have to do to clean the edge you're going to work on first. Now this is the left edge here, but it's the same for the right edge of the steps. Remember, you have moved this assembly out from under the fan so you can work on the right clip support. So pull the support off if it's still stuck at all and just loose. Clean the top surface of the support piece with something like a dishwashing soap or a hand soap, a liquid hand soap, or even a degreaser that you'd use, a mechanic would use to clean parts in a garage. You have to pull off the bits of soft glue that are still there. Then you have to remove the rest of the glue and any grease that's accumulated over the last period of time. Remove it with paper towels wetted with your degreaser. Just go back and forth until the surface is clean. Then finish the surface by rubbing the steel wool over it back and forth. Remember, cleaning this piece and cleaning the bottom edge of the clip where you'll be gluing. So go back and forth with the steel wool, and then lastly use the rough sandpaper to rough the two surfaces up so the epoxy will stick harder. Wipe everything off with a dry paper towel before gluing. After you've cleaned it and you've placed the clip, determine how you're going to put the clamps on. Now you're going to use the medium-sized clamp in the middle, and it's going to go across the top of the clip, and then the screw will come down behind it and rest on the lip of the clip, which is on the back side. Just to refresh on the way the clip is, the clip's longer on the top than it is on the bottom, and this is the edge that needs to be glued. Your clamp is going to come across the top, and then the screw is going to come down here. So the clamp is upside down with the screw up this way for the middle clamp. For the end clamp, you can try to put the little clamps on the same way if you've got room on top for the screws. If you don't have room at the top for the screws, you'll have to turn the clamp over and put it on this way. Well, if you do that, you'll have to put it past the end of the clip across and then rotate it slightly so that this part of the clamp will be over this part of the clip. Remember, coming in from the side, the clamp will be beside the end of the clip and rotated so that it clamps this part of the clip. Don't do that unless you have to, because it's easier to attach the clamp when it's upside down this way. Then you can just put it straight across, clamp it down on all three clamps. So I suggest that after you've cleaned it, you position all the clamps and do a run through. Now, when you clamp the clip to the support piece, use a board laid against the end to make sure that this end is right over this end of the support piece. This edge is directly over this edge of the support piece. Attach the right clip first after moving the assembly over so you'll have room to work. That's necessary on my range hood. If your range hood you don't need to move it, by all means just fix it in place. What I would do is I would glue the right clip in place with it moved over. Let it set for at least 12 hours for the glue to harden. Then take the clamps off, move the support piece with the attached clip back into its original position, reinsert the screws, the 4 screws, reinsert the control shafts through the holes, and remember, one of the shafts has a washer around it, so be sure you get that washer back in position, otherwise the knobs won't fit properly. So put it in, put the nuts on, put the knobs on, tighten the set screws against the flat side of the shafts. Now you're ready to work on the left clip. So remove the left clip if it's still stuck partly on, and remember, I may not have mentioned, if only one of the clips is loose, replace them both, because the glue is going to be deteriorated on the one that's still attached. So replace them both. There's also a wiring shield on the back side of one of the controls on top of the support piece. There's a wiring shield to protect the wiring against the heat and moisture from the cooking. So be sure you remove that also. Note exactly where it is and clean the surfaces there and then re-glue that along with the others. Now you'll probably find that what you want to do is, this is the left clip, so you'll glue the left clip on, making sure that you leave room for the wiring shield, which is on this end. It's just past the end of this clip. So make sure you leave room for that clip. That clip will press against the control wiring. It's an L-shaped clip, and the bottom part of the clip will go partly under the control when you reattach it. So you'll glue it the same way you glue this, but you won't be able to clamp it. So what you'll have to do is clean the surfaces, put the glue on, position the clamp, push down with your fingers for a minute or more, and then don't disturb it. So it's probably better if you have room to put it on after you clamp and glue the clip. But if you don't have room, go ahead and push it down. Just make sure you don't hit it with the clamps or the clip while you're reattaching the left clip. So that piece, stick it down by hand, hold it for a minute or so it'll stay put. Then go ahead and clamp and glue this piece. And again, you can do that in either order. Just make sure that that wiring shield doesn't get disturbed when you're putting this on, if you put this on later. So after you've clamped it and let it set for 24 hours, remove the clamps, reinstall the light bulbs before you reinstall the filters. If you turned off the circuit breaker while you were working, be sure and turn the circuit breaker back on. Now that's it. Now once again though, if you have a slightly different design range hood or filters, you may have to modify the steps, you may have to modify the order of the steps. I hope you found this how-to video useful for replacing the filters in your range hood. If you enjoyed this Tom's Tech Notes video, please like it and please leave a comment. To watch my other videos or to read many computer help articles, please visit my YouTube channel or my website. You can also click links in the video description. When thumbnails appear, click the thumbnail at upper left to watch other videos related to this one. Click at lower left to watch a video specially recommended for you. Click my photo to visit the Tom's Tech Notes channel. To subscribe, please click the red button. If you don't see the red button, hover over my photo to show it.